Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. Nunavut will have a new premier later this year. PJ Akiaguk has announced that he will not be seeking re-election in October. TJ Deer has our top story tonight.
He was elected in the 2021 territorial election as the MLA for Iqaluit Niakungu, but the riding will have a new representative and the territory will have a new premier. PJ Akiaguk issued a public statement saying he would not be seeking re-election. Akiaguk said he's stepping away to spend more time with his family, but he said that he remains committed to public service and the future of Nunavut, which he said would be bright. His term includes signing a devolution agreement to return control of lands and resources to the territory, acquiring $1.5 billion from the federal government over 10 years to help implement the Nunavut Agreement, and a plan to create 3,000 new housing units in the territory by 2030. Rebecca Chartrand is the Minister of Northern and Arctic Affairs and the minister responsible for Canmore. She says Akiaguk may be stepping down, but he'll continue to have influence in the north.
Despite him stepping down, I think he'll continue to play a huge role in the north and, looking to advance the vision that's already there.
Akiaguk is the second Nunavut MLA to announce that they will not run again later this year. His uncle, David Akiaguk, has also announced that he will not seek re-election as the MLA for Kutiktuk. The territorial election is scheduled for October 27th, and the leadership forum, when the premier and new cabinet will be decided, will be held on November 18th. TJ Deer, CBC News, Iqaluit.
In the Yukon, people are still digesting the Eagle Mine review. It explains how the mine failed last summer. Some say the review is not enough, but its authors say it holds the key to improving the industry. Gabrielle Plonka reports.
The report came with 50 recommendations, but the engineers that wrote them say just one could make a big difference. They want technical review boards at major mine facilities so that lack of surveillance, which allows problems to accumulate, doesn't lead to catastrophe, which is what happened at the Eagle Gold Mine.
This site had almost no surveillance, so we think the bar should be vastly higher than this site. But honestly, the practice in the industry isn't high enough.
The report's findings are good news for the mining industry. The Yukon Chamber of Mines says it's happy the cause was preventable and the industry could be supportive of implementing technical review boards because it's already happening in other jurisdictions and could streamline reporting.
We're very pleased that the report expressly says that heap leaching can be done safely, and so that bodes well for the future of the industry and particularly for the sale and ultimate remediation of the site.
The First Nation of Nacho-Nayakdun says this review confirms mistakes were made, but it doesn't hold anybody accountable to them. It's still calling for a public inquiry into the heap leach failure.
It was just narrowly focused on the technical causes of the failure by design of YG, and it did not extend to thoroughly reviewing the role or effectiveness of Yukon government as a regulator, as a contributor to this crisis.
This could be a turning point for mining. If all the recommendations are followed, the engineers who wrote them are certain they'll make heap leaching safer. But these changes cost money, and we don't know yet if the industry or the government will commit to following them. Gabrielle Plonka, CBC News, Whitehorse.
A Nunavut man convicted of killing an RCMP officer nearly 20 years ago will be released on temporary day patrol. Emma Tranter has the details.
Pino Colola was convicted of first-degree murder for killing Constable Douglas Scott in Kimmeroot in 2007. Scott was responding to a drunk driving complaint when Colola, who was intoxicated, shot him. Colola, who is now 54, has been in prison since his trial in 2010. In a June 18th decision, the Parole Board of Canada denied Colola full parole, granting instead day parole for 6 months. The decision also includes victim impact statements, which talked about the pain Scott's family members felt and how they still believe Colola is a risk to the public. The decision says Colola is at a high to medium risk for future violence, but he has stayed sober since 2018. Colola will live at a residential facility while on day parole. The name of that facility is redacted from the decision. Colola must also not consume drugs or alcohol and must not contact the victim's immediate family. The decision says he does not intend to return to his home community. Emma Tranter, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The disappearance of a man in Kuujjuaq, Nunvik is now being treated as a criminal matter. Sana Unatwinuk was reported missing to the police on June 24th. He was last seen leaving the Auberge Kuujjuaq Inn. Nunvik police say there have been new developments. The investigation is now being handled by the Provincial Police Service, the Sûreté du Québec. The SQ says it appears the missing person may have been a victim of a criminal act, but it couldn't provide more details. And the RCMP have called off a search for a missing boy in Arctic Bay, Nunavut. Richard Jr. Bolender, also known as Yayi, was last seen on June 28th. Today, RCMP said they concluded their search for the 14-year-old boy. Nunavut's emergency management team also ended its search efforts. Police used drones and a police dog unit from Quebec in the search. Community volunteers and Canadian Rangers also searched around Arctic Bay for days. The RCMP continue to investigate the disappearance. 2 fires along the Dempster Highway in the NWT are causing smoky conditions, but fire officials say there's no danger to property or the highway. The CBC's Des Loreen has the latest.
I spoke with Mackenzie Delta MLA George Narasu this afternoon. He was in Fort McPherson earlier today to see the conditions for himself. The fires are burning 15 and 20 kilometers southwest of the community. Narasu says there isn't any smoke in the community due to a strong wind, and the Dempster is in decent condition and visibility was good. This video was shot by a visiting motorcyclist going back south near Fort McPherson. The flames are visible from the road, but access is open. NWT fire officials say the fires don't pose any risk to property and they're being monitored. A total of 22 fires are active in the Beaufort Delta, but there's no immediate risk to communities. Des Loreen, CBC News, Nunvik.
And in the North Slave, the fire near the south end of Campbell Lake is now close to 15,000 hectares in size. This video was shared by the owners of Hearn Lake Lodge on social media on Monday. That same day, the owners evacuated to a nearby island. The fire at Hidden Lake is now contained. That's a different fire, of course. The fire is burning on multiple islands at the popular camping and fishing spot, which is about 70 kilometers east of Yellowknife. NWT Fire says the Hidden Lake fire was a result of an abandoned campfire. The Carcross Tagish First Nation is coming down hard on Yukon Energy's plans for a dam in Whitehorse. The corporation is in the process of getting the dam relicensed. The 20-year proposal is now in front of the Yukon Water Board, which continues to host hearings this week in downtown Whitehorse. The First Nation says it's not putting its trust in Yukon Energy. Instead, it's urging the regulator to ensure safeguards for land and water. Catherine Ford Lammers is the project lead on the file. She says there continues to be too many unknowns, including undefined protections for fish and no associated timelines. That's why the First Nation is advocating for a 10-year license period.
We understand and acknowledge these fish passage options are currently being considered by YEC and the parties here within the technical working group. However, we also have been told by YEC that cost is a barrier, and it is CTFN's concern that without timelines and requirements, none of these improvements for fish and salmon will ever be fulfilled or fulfilled too late for the Chinook salmon.
The Carcross Tagish First Nation says plans by Yukon Energy are poor. The First Nation wants Yukon Energy to obtain a Fisheries Act authorization by the end of the year. That's clearance from the federal government for projects that impact fish and their habitats. The First Nation is also demanding that a new board be created, made up of the 3 affected First Nations.
This astonishing world, with its infinite possibilities, calls to the world shapers, impact makers, visioneers. Together, let's unlock potential everywhere.
Welcome to your new home.
Mais il est trop chaud. He understands French. I'm not seeing this as a suicide.
Someone sure wanted us to think it was.
Gallagher is suspect number 1.
Tell me, was it the man's politics you didn't like, or the fact that he's living with your wife? I know he's into something. I just gotta prove it.
No, we all have a past. Find his.
Be careful around Fitz. Donnie's got a lot of demons that tend to appear when no one expects it.
year, new school, new uniform. High school was a chance at reinvention, a whole new me. Who to join? Jocks? Nerds? This was life or death.
Take a risk. Life's short. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Just live your own.
Sometimes you find yourself in the right place at the right time. And if you're there with the right people, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
I brought a few friends along with me today.
3, 2, 1.
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of the dragons.
Take me home, James.
Full of surprises here on The Den. Dragon's Den. Watch free on CBC Gem. 12 of Britain's best amateur bakers have made it to the tent.
This is an absolute dream.
Every inch of their baking skill will be scrutinised.
Lovely jubbly.
Those that falter will leave the tent.
One wrong move and it's over.
You want a game? Bring it on.
Go, go, go!
Oh my God! We need help out there.
Yeah, we'll come for you.
This is it! Canada's ultimate challenge.
Governor General Mary Simon believes mental health isn't being treated with the holistic approach it needs. She's in Iqaluit right now for the final leg of her mental health and wellness tour. Her visit comes just weeks after the Nunvik government reaffirmed suicide as a crisis. She's calling on all Canadians to take it more seriously.
I think clearly touches upon our mental wellness. If we, I think as a country had, let's say, healthier individuals, both in mind and body, because the two are so connected. We often talk about our bodies in separate ways, like either it's, related to our mind or it's related to the rest of our body. But in Inuit culture, the two are clearly linked in the old words that we use even today. The concept of being well, both mind and body, was something that elders taught the younger generation. I know so many people in the Arctic, like my own family has been badly affected by suicides, and I know so many people across the north and across the country as well. A lot of it has to do with the fact that we don't have enough support. We don't have a support system that will address these crises that are going on. And the support system is critical on a one-on-one basis.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there's help. You can call the Kamatsiaktut Nunavut helpline at 1-867-979-3333 or toll free at 1-800-265-3333. You can also call the Suicide Crisis Helpline by dialing 988. Both lines are available 24/7. Nunavut Nunvik Incorporated says it's confident the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement will protect Inuit interests under the new Bill C-5. The federal bill was passed into law last month. Part of it aims to speed up projects of national interest like mines and ports. Special designated projects would be allowed to bypass some federal laws. The bill has sparked fears that the government would be able to override treaty rights and environmental assessments. NTI's vice president believes the Nunavut Agreement has the power to prevent Ottawa from doing that.
I want to ensure that Inuit know that their rights are protected under our agreement. And as I indicated, our agreement is constitutionally protected. It's protected against any government of the day, what their priorities are.
NTI will be meeting with federal representatives later this month. Ngout says the duty to consult with Inuit will be stressed during those meetings. Many Yellowknife boaters will have to find a new spot to leave their vessels, trailers, and vehicles. Dozens of people leave their boats in a lot at the bottom of Old Town Hill, but the city needs the space to rebuild a sewage pumping station on the same lot. The head of Public Works says he knows it's a big inconvenience.
We're not looking into fining people. We're trying to give proper notice. We understand that it's the removal of a significant service. You can see the boats behind us, but I don't have any other option but to replace the lift station. So we're trying to give proper notice and give people the opportunity to make alternative arrangements.
All boats, vehicles, and trailers must be removed from the parking lot before July 22nd. Construction on the new lift station will begin then. No alternative parking spaces will be provided by the city. The city estimates it'll take 3 years to rebuild the lift station. The city of Iqaluit is releasing a series of announcements to educate the public about how municipal government works. 9 public service announcements will be released over the summer. They'll explain certain processes, like how laws are created and how residents can voice their opinions on council decisions. The deputy mayor of Iqaluit says one reason the city decided to create the series was because of a strong reaction to a change in dog bylaws earlier this year. The city shortened the hold time for impounded dogs before they can get killed.
I think there were a lot of people who were disappointed to not have their voice heard at that time, and this is a way to help people get better access to what we do here so that they can participate in a greater capacity.
The first PSA has already been posted. They'll all be published on the city's website and on Facebook. In the Yukon, the Little Salmon Carmacks First Nation has a new agreement with the village of Carmacks on animal control. The agreement stems from a dog attack that left a girl with serious injuries to her face. The CBC's Katrin Pilkington has that story.
The incident happened on March 29th. Courtney Kalick's 3-year-old daughter was attacked by this dog in a home. Kalick said her daughter was in the hospital for a week and in significant pain following the incident.
And it ripped from the top of her right side all the way towards her left eye. They had to sedate her to clean it properly and to stitch her up, and she needed like 50 stitches.
Kalick says she reported the attack to the RCMP and the municipality of Carmacks. But because the attack took place on Little Salmon Carmacks First Nation territory, the village's animal bylaw regulations didn't apply. That prompted the First Nation and the village to team up to find a solution.
This is the first time we've ever had a serious incident like this, but we've had calls before on dogs running at large, and we've sat down with Village of Carmacks, and we've been trying to work out a dog bylaw that will include the whole of Carmacks.
The incident happened on March 29th. The First Nation and the municipality announced the new agreement on Friday. Now, when citizens have incidents with dogs, the village will step in to investigate, with the First Nation covering the costs. The new agreement comes into effect July 14th. Katrin Pilkington, CBC News, Whitehorse.
If you get a call from your bank warning you about a possible scam, you might want to hang up. As Sophia Harris explains, fraudsters posing as bank investigators are stealing millions of dollars from unsuspecting Canadians.
Hello? Melissa Plett says there was nothing suspect about an apparent call from her bank. The caller sounded professional. The phone's call display showed RBC.
It was very, 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 very well executed.
The caller said someone was trying to steal money from her account. He directed Plett to log into her RBC banking app and follow his instructions to safeguard her cash. After the call ended, Plett discovered almost $15,000 had disappeared from her account. She says RBC refused to reimburse her.
For you to finally have a little bit of a savings account and it just to be gone, it's like, I'm gonna cry now. It's just, you just feel helpless.
Plett is one of many victims of the growing bank investigator scam. So far this year, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre heard from 677 victims of the fraud and tallied $11.7 million in losses, close to double the amount in the same period last year.
Well, what are you saying?
The actual numbers are likely much higher.
Right now, you are connected with the fraud department.
2 weeks ago, this reporter got the call. The scammer knew my full name and bank and used spoofing technology to make the bank's phone number appear on my call display.
I feel this is a scam. I'm a reporter with CBC News.
Hello?
If they have personal information, then it makes it believable, right? You know, victims are seeing a number on the call display that they trust.
Even so, sometimes banks hold the victims responsible and refuse refunds.
The thing is, people were tricked.
This consumer advocate says Canada needs to adopt stronger regulations to ensure victims of the fraud get their money back.
They shouldn't be held liable. We have to take into consideration these kind of scams are very elaborate.
Ottawa says it's exploring stronger protections for fraud victims. RBC says it works hard to combat fraud and takes customer complaints seriously.
Okay.
After CBC News reached out to RBC about Plett's case, the real RBC called her and said it's looking into it.
Thank you so much.
If you get a fraud alert call from your bank, experts advise you to hang up and call your bank back to make sure that's really who was calling. Sophia Harris, CBC News, Toronto.
There's a big bison mystery that's been brewing in the mind of one Fort Smith resident for decades. Does Fort Smith actually hold the highest scoring bison trophy ever recorded? The title officially belongs to a Yellowstone bull from a century ago, but one northern hunter says the true champion might have come from the NWT. Carla Ulrich explains.
Fort Smith's Kenny Hudson has hunted bison around the community for decades. He recently looked at the Boone and Crockett Club's trophy hunting record book, and something didn't sit right. The #1 bison skull on record was killed in 1925 during a cull by a Yellowstone park ranger. The #2 skull came from a hunting camp near Fort Smith in 1961.
I was kind of interested in it back 20 years ago, but it just came around again in my mind, and I thought I'll look into it because I'm retired now and got all kinds of time in the world to cause trouble. It bothered me that a head game warden in that park had #1 registered. It's like he went out and killed it. And it actually was killed in a cull of animals in that ranch type operation.
Hudson questions whether the Yellowstone skull should qualify based on Boone and Crockett's fair chase standards, which say the animal must be hunted ethically and without an unfair advantage. Hudson argues that the ranger could have had an unfair advantage over the bison and that the animals didn't have a chance to escape because rangers were rounding up bison to kill them for population control.
I'd have to pull the file and look at everything that was, that might have transpired during the processing of that. But at the time, they would have determined that it had met all the conditions of fair chase for that entry period.
Lair says their fair chase rules have evolved over the years, and the club didn't require formal affidavits until decades after both animals were recorded. Hudson says he'd like to see the record corrected if it turns out to be wrong, but added that most local hunters in the region hunt for food and aren't chasing trophies. Carla Ulrich, CBC News, Fort Smith.
In Whitehorse, it was a busy weekend at the Raven 50-mile Ultra and Relay, where more than 100 racers took part in the annual event. The CBC's Gord Leverin has this look at the trail run.
Let's go, Adam! Our first 50-miler coming in strong, Adam! Woo!
Yeah, so I'm Virginia Sarrazin. I started this race a few years ago with John Carson and some others, and I ran it a couple of times, and today I'm helping at the aid station at Fish Lake. It's a really fun race, really challenging because there is a lot of elevation change, but it's a beautiful landscape, some amazing views that you can see anywhere else, some lakes and everything you can think of. And being a trail runner, you get to run in beautiful sceneries, so that's what I like, and I think a lot of people relate to that and try to push their limit this way. We have sometimes some people coming from Atlantic, I know that, and some people coming from the US as well, Utah for sure. So we're trying to promote the race as much as possible. We're still learning the ropes. So the more and more we get established and get partnerships, we can advertise more and bring more people up here.
Good, looking strong.
I started running when I moved to the Yukon in 2009. Before that, I was mostly a hiker and I didn't like running. And then I started doing trail running and I realized, oh, I really like that because I can combine running and in beautiful landscapes. So I started and then it never finished. There's a lot of volunteers. Like we have eight stations plus the organization at the base station there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like about 100 people helping for the event, plus all the first aiders. Yeah.
Roger Husky.
You go to Echo Hill, then you pass through Sumanik, then you go down to Jackson Lake and you climb again to the Fish Lake Range. You go down again and you climb Knuckle Ridge, Blown Away, and then finally you go down. So there's at least 3 big climbs. There is a 50 miles that goes from, just do the whole loop. There is 50 miles that you can do as a relay. So the first person will stop at Jackson Lake and the second person would finish to Whitehorse back. And then the 50K starts in Whitehorse and ends at Fish Lake at Sky High Wilderness Ranch, which is really nice. It's a good way to test your limit between the 25 miles and the 50 miles. And that's part of the running too. It's like if you don't do races, you're not losing because you're just enjoying whatever nature is out there and you're running in. So it's beautiful and I think it's one of the most beautiful ultras I know so far.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night